Hello, everybody. This is the Nickie V. Smith Show, and I am Nickie V. Smith. How you doing today? You know what? I am so glad to see you guys. I always say that, and I always mean it, and so I won't stop it. Ha! And today we are working with my beautiful cousin Risa. Risa, I love you. Hi.
I love you too. How are you? Hi, everybody.
And y'all know that Risa is my cousin, and she's also my wing person. And when I want somebody to be here and talk to me, she's the poem lady. She writes poems. It's a lot to her, and she's always, always helping the show to grow. So let's give her a hand,
Oh,
please.
thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Reed. Thank you for being here. Okay, audience, guess what? And Risa. I have a special show today. We're going to be talking about, but before we get started, I'm circling back, Risa, and audience, to a subject that's very personal to me, very passionate for me. And I'm also circling back with the opening of it. And we are now active. Okay, and that's pets are family, ceremonial services. Now, you may say, uh, what is that? Well, I'll be glad to tell you. But before I tell you anything, I want to ask you, how many of you guys out there have a pet or have some pets? By show of hand, have you ever had a pet? Do you have a pet? Or you've lost a pet, but have pets been in your life? Raise your hand. Okay. And I imagine that we're not looking at all of them, Risa. The world loves their pets, you know? And most people think of them as their family. Statistics supports 9 out of 10 think that, feel like their pets is part of their family. Some feel they are their family. Okay. Some think that they are. And having pets is a responsibility, but you know what that pet gives you? Unconditional love. That's all they ask for. That's it. And feed me.
Hmm.
And now walk me every once in a while, or open the door and let me just walk freely, but they don't demand a lot. And so most of us, when you agree, Risa, we love our pets like their family.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't currently have any pets, but I have had many pets. Well, let me take that back. I have a sort of pet outside. I feed this stray cat that every
Okay.
day. So she's not technically my pet, but I feed her, and our agreement is if I feed you, then you keep the mice and the rats out the yard. So that's our agreement, okay?
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
she shows up every single day, and and I feed her. But as for pets, inside our home, we don't currently have any. But I've owned many dogs and a few cats over the years, and my kids have had what do you call those things?
Hamsters.
Hamsters. We've had a couple hamsters also.
Okay. Okay. And if you look back and you know your friends and people that have pets, just have pets.
Mhm.
Pets, that's the responsibility of pets or family.
Mhm.
Because here's the truth about this. As hardcore as this is going to sound, if you love your pet like this, your family, you better prepare for when they die
Mhm.
because they will die.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Yes.
that's where we come in. That's where when I say we, I'm talking in reference to pets or family ceremonial services. I mean, it's not a part of the show. It is a sponsor of the show, and it's a part of me. That's a service that I'm offering to the world. Because right now with pets or family, I can reach you anywhere you are in the United States. So if you're when your pet dies, I want you to understand it's going to be devastating. I don't care how old they were, how sick they were, it's going to be devastating. And let me be honest with you, it's really devastating on young children. It really is. And seniors, because many seniors, Risa, have they're filling in a void because their children are grown and gone, and their pets are their family at that
Mhm.
time. You see what I'm saying? Their companion.
Mhm.
So uh, when you have a pet or serve pets, I'm sorry, pets or family will come in. We will come in and do the whole thing from you from the beginning to the end because you're going to be so devastated that you won't be thinking as straight as you could if you had already been prepped ahead of time. So what happens is, well, you know what? Let me talk, Reason. I'm going to give you a chance to ask a question because you got that look. And then,
Yeah, you know, I got a few questions.
yeah. I'm going to slow my roll because I done jumped way ahead. So you go ahead and talk to me. And you guys remember, pets are family. While I'm talking, while we're talking, you think of how much you love your pet. Okay? Go ahead, Risa.
Um, it it sounds like an interesting concept, and we have spoken on it before, but to me, it's an interesting concept. I mean, how did you even come about with the idea of having a pet memorial service? Or, I know pets are family, and it's a ceremonial service. So,
Yeah.
how did you even come up with that concept, Nikki?
Well, I'm going to tell you my quick little story and then we'll go from there. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So at 23 years old, I became a single mother. I had a son, one son, and you guys may know him. His name is Wallace DeMaurier. Wallace DeMaurier. And it was me and that little boy against the world. And so one day, I'm going to fast forward from his birth, and we're going to go to 5 years old. So one day, Reed, he come marching in there. I mean, had that serious look on his face, girl. Honey, y'all. He wanted to talk to me, and his demeanor was demanding that I listen. I was in the kitchen cooking, and he come in and loud, Mommy, I want to buy a pet. I mean, I want to buy a brother. Excuse me, y'all. I want to buy a brother. And I want him to have a leather jacket and his diaper. And I'm going to teach you how to bebop. Yeah, if those of you that don't know about bebopping, it's like that's what he wanted to teach me. I mean, he had it described. The jacket had to be black, it had to be leather, and it had to be a boy. And I wasn't trying to laugh at my kid because he was serious.
Not in his face.
Not
Okay.
in his face. And so I just kind of said, I waited till he finished me. And I said, honey, we can't buy a brother right now. We can't buy a brother right now. But what we can do is go and buy a pet. And you can pick it. Anything you want, you can pick it. Well, we went to the pet store and I was really surprised because he picked out a brindle little girl pit bull. Do you hear me? A
Hmm.
brindle. You know, brindle's that mixed color, brown, black, all those different
Hmm.
skin tones. And he
Hmm.
picked it up and it was a girl
Hmm.
because uh, he was so adamant it had to be a boy, not a girl, you know.
Hmm.
So he named her Brinky. And Brinky quickly became our family, y'all. Brinky was my second child and Wallace's first sibling, as far as he was concerned.
Hmm. Hmm.
And my house, my house was so warm with Brinky there and my son being attended to well. It felt like Christmas constantly. Maybe not every day, but it was a nice, warm feeling in my home.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in a cul-de-sac, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and but they were inseparable. I mean, inseparable. The school that he attended was about 3 blocks down, and I would fuss at her. As she grew older, she became such a con artist. I mean, the girl would climb the fence. You couldn't, you, you, you couldn't. She'd climb it. She'd go under it, and I tell her, stay at home. And every single time I come there, she's sitting at that school waiting on him. Every single time, and I just chew her out. And she just be looking at me like, hey, Mom, I know you told me don't do it, but you know, Mama, I'm just going to wait right here. I said, girl, get in the car. She just go on and get in the car with her head. Looks like a little girl. And he come and get on there, start laughing. And so that's the type of relationship it was. Again, we lived in a cul-de-sac. And then there was another one right beside us. And we all knew each other. And we all took care of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one day he came in and he says, Mom, I want to go play with my friend. His friend lived in the second cul-de-sac, and I don't want to call their names,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, he was headed out the door. I started back into the kitchen, and all of a sudden you hear this loud screeching sound of a
Mm.
car.
Oh God.
And I come running back out, and it's my kid. It's my
Oh
kid,
God.
and it's
Mm.
Brinky.
Mm.
Yeah. And my kid was, excuse me. Oh, it looked like everybody in the cul-de-sac just started running that way. It was my son, and it was a big ditch on the side. He was
Mm-hmm.
in the ditch.
Mm-hmm.
Brinky had thrown herself apparently in front of him because
Mm.
he was dead.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, it's a hardcore story. She died right there instantly. She didn't go in the ditch. She was right there still at the edge of the road. He was in the ditch.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So this guy was drunk
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't even live in our cul-de-sac, but he was flying. That's what happened. He hit them and then he hit a parked car. But before that, the beauty of our cul-de-sac is everybody knew each other and everybody protected each other and they come running out there,
Mm.
running,
Mm-hmm.
and we caught this guy.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
actually caught him. Yes, he hit another car, but we caught him. And the man
Mm-hmm.
that lived in my cul-de-sac, right across from me, in front of me, he was a
Uh-huh.
police officer. So when we got the man, you know what the man said?
What?
It was just a dog.
Oh,
It was just a dog. Now he done knocked my son over in
I
the
was
ditch.
getting ready to say it was just a dog, but what about the child that's laying in the
I
ditch?
don't think he saw it because he never mentioned it. Because all I could say, it was just a dog.
Mm.
Damn. You just almost killed my son. You put him in a ditch. You killed my daughter, and it was just a dog.
Mm.
That's how Pets Are family came about. That's how I was born.
Mm.
At that time, I actually did a full service one, whereas I actually buried her. Now, burying a body, I mean, to have a funeral means that you have a body to bury under the ground.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
However, the laws are so funny about digging.
Mm.
So I haven't dug again since then. But I have had, I've helped people when they experience the loss of a pet. And that's what Pets Our Family does. That's how I was
Mm.
born.
Mm.
And what we do is we come in, we'll handle, it depends on what state you are. If we are handling a cross from New York to California, then we're going to only offer the memorial service. You see what I'm saying? That's
Mm.
the ceremonial service. And we
Mm.
do it in a way that it really helps with closure. It
Mm.
helps with closure. And it helps with grieving. But
Mm.
grieving is a different beast now. It's a
Mm.
different beast. Grieving, people grieve differently.
Mm. Mm.
And some longer than others. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm.
So, but it really helps with closure and it helps with the children more so. Again, the children,
Mm.
because they got to process that. My little boy had to process. Here he'd been with Brinky his whole life, and here she is. She's no longer available to play with him.
Mm.
You see,
Yeah.
Mommy, Brinky.
Mm.
What do you do?
How
You,
long had you had Brinky at this point? So while she
uh,
was 5 when you got her, how
uh,
long?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say how long did you have her when that happened?
Fast forward to 7 years old.
Okay.
So she was. It was 2 years for him,
Okay. Okay.
which is 14 years for a dog.
Hmm.
Because they are 7 years in their
Hmm.
aging process with humans. So it was 2 years fast forward from his 5.
Hmm.
So he was 7. Mhm.
Okay.
And so that's what happened. That's how we got it there.
Hmm.
And I've actually have I did a research study first by offering it to people over and over again, the service, you see.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
what we do is we do art with it. We come in. If your pet died, Risa, what we do is we come in and help you through unconditional love. See, we build on memories. We extract memories and of love that that pet brought into your life and that you brought into your pet's life. You see what I'm saying? And you
Hmm.
can have some type of our work. We do all kind of artwork so you have the memory of love. It helps with the closure, it helps with the grieving. And you can look at it every day if you want to, or you can take it down, put it in your office, you can put it in the car. We can do big, we can do small. We have all kind of merchandise that you can wear proudly, such as hats, pets are family. You see, that's what we are promoting here today.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So always I always have 1,000 questions on everything.
That's why
But
you're here. That's why you're
anyway,
here. Uh, that's why
uh,
you.
are you are you able to do like services since you can do it in different states or whatever? Do you offer services like on Zoom or how do you handle the ceremonial part of the service?
Yeah, yes, yes. We can do a live version on Zoom with the
Hmm.
family,
Hmm.
and if they want a live version, we can do a live version within certain parts of California. Right now, we can actually go out to your place of where you want it done, whatever you want done. Uh,
Hmm.
I have I have performed in people backyards. I performed at a lady's in her dining area. Another lady wanted to do it on the beach. You
Hmm.
see, so
Hmm.
there are different places that you can operate and do an actual live one, and it also can come with an art collage. It comes with a whole. You can have, in other words, there are 3 packages available.
Hmm.
That's the basic, so that people that don't have a lot of money still can enjoy the benefits of Pet Star Family coming
Hmm.
out and offering them the same service, but
Hmm.
maybe not as high end as some.
Hmm. Hmm.
Everything's based on your budget. So you got the basic, that's number one.
Hmm.
You got the silver, that's number two, and then you got the gold. And the gold says, my budget want me to have a Cinderella carriage running down the center of the street with my urn. If that's what you want, you're gonna get that. You know, you want us to come and build you a celebration of life? We will. It costs a beautiful penny.
Hmm.
But we are not afraid to reach up for the high end clients, nor are we afraid to stay and help the poor ones. I mean the less fortunate ones. Let's call them that, okay?
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
it's a service that brings. It's built on love. It's built on happiness. It's built on moving forward, but also focus on the love rather than just that death. If you don't
Hmm.
see me offering that service, makes you say when you look at it, it's whatever you want to do, if it's a piece of art, if it's in your car or whatever, you have the availability to take it down whenever you're ready. You have pictures of your mom, you have pictures of your sister, you got them posted up. It's the same principle involved with pets. You see? It gives you something to be appreciating that life, that love. That makes sense to you?
Yeah, and I was just wondering, I don't know if you do this, but maybe. I was just wondering, like, if somebody needed continual online grieving uh counseling, would you be available for that? I mean,
Yes,
because
yes.
because like you said, people grieve and the grieving can go on for a while. Just because it's, a pet doesn't mean that you stop grieving. You
I
obviously still feel pain from
Breaking.
grieving.
Yes.
And I've lost many uh animals, many dogs or whatever over the years. And you wouldn't take that dog to or that animal to have to go and be put down. It is one of the most painful experiences. It really, really is. So,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
if you offer that, the follow-up grieving, counseling, I think that's a good thing too.
Thank you. Thank you, because we do offer it. It's the
Mm.
same as the principle involved that when we offer grief counseling, the same way we do with our sexual abuse survivors. It's always going to be a one-on-one Zoom meeting. And you
Mm.
can and you go from there. You go from there. But yes, we do offer grief counseling. Once again, everybody grieves differently, but it really, I promise you, audience, it makes a vast difference when your mind is processing the love rather than for me to just constantly think about how Brinky was killed, how ugly that was, how
Mhm.
hurtful that was. I'd rather think about the good stuff.
Mhm.
When I worked 2 jobs to buy my first pair of stilettos, and we went and got her, and she chewed it up.
Oh.
That's yeah. And then I picked her up when she first was born, gonna show Wallace how to do it. Cause she was lonesome. She was hungry. I didn't know that, but she was hungry. And we had to get her some formula because that's all we could think of. I was learning as I go. I got her some
Mhm.
baby formula and I picked her up and she needed to belt or something. And I had her like a baby. I'm gonna show Wallace and she pees everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, so don't I mean, I know that doesn't sound funny to you, but those are good memories.
I mean,
And you
it
put it
is.
in art. You
Yes.
put it in art. It's a
Yes.
whole lot better than me thinking about her being over there on that bench.
Yeah.
You see? Because I'm
Yeah.
still grieving that, but I can process this happiness and I can put it in my home. I can put it in I can control my environment with it and how I think and feel.
Mhm.
Yes, I offer that. And yes, we have one-on-one coaching. Okay? That's a good question. Thank you for that.
Well, lady, you got your hands in you got what is that saying? You got irons in the fire. You got a whole lot of them. You're an author. And y'all, since I'm speaking of her being an author, let me throw these books up at you.
Thank you.
You know,
Self
self-help for
healing for sexual
sexual.
abuse survivors who are tired of just surviving. Time to thrive. Amazon.com. And the next one that I stole right out of my poor cousin's mouth. Sorry, cousin. Sergeant Benjamin Premiers and Family. Amazon.com. Now, that is an action picture movie ready book. So I've been told. And the other one is where we study and help people come through trauma. And that's why this show was developed. Yeah, we got about less than 10 minutes. We are about to be shut down. So let me go ahead and say, Risa, thank you again for asking a lot of questions. You can ask some more, but I don't want to be shut down in my face. Anyway, Everybody, I appreciate you for supporting us. Okay, I really do. We're gonna put how you can contact us and everything. But however, I need you to continue to live strong with courage, confidence, faith, and value in yourself. Never ever give up on yourself. I don't care how hard the job becomes, or is.
Hmm.
Don't give up on you.
I agree.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so proud of you, girl. Thank you for always being here for the show. You guys, we got to go. All right? We love you. We love you. Let's give them a kiss, Ree. Mwah! Thank you.
Here's one for you.
You too, cousin. I act like a little kid. I love that kind of stuff, girl. You know, bye, y'all.
Bye.